We love honest people. We love honest people here. But the idea that he single-handedly brought him back, that's just like totally delusional. Hasan's ready. Hasan's been thinking about this for a while. A rabid cyber harassment it's like, he was not consistent and honest about Fuentes. It's just Destiny fans or just people online that think that way. It's just not true. Man, get me out. This is your damn shill. These are your damn shills. Nobody cares about slurs. Hate to tell you. Nobody cares. Not on my YouTube account, but they are back on the table. All right, so we've got fresh Hasan content here, okay? He has spoken about Destiny, I think, directly. It was very rare for a long time. Basically never happened, ever. But recently, Hasan's been a bit more comfortable to take shots at Destiny. So it's kind of funny. It is producing some kind of funny content, some kind of funny fights on Twitter. And honestly, I think at this point, I'm kind of like, you know, some of the stuff I've been seeing the last couple of days, it's like, usually I'm very against Hasan, but just DJs have a crazy knack at managing to make people side against them. So we're going to watch this, see how it goes. Do I still have that tweet open? So Destiny was saying yesterday, basically, that, you know, people like Hasan are the reason why they lost. We have to get rid of the Kamala's loss shows that, you know, people like Hasan have to go. Where is it? Oh, Mike from PA has been suspended on Twitch. Anyway, Hasan and Destiny stuff. So Destiny basically said yesterday in a clip we watched that he wouldn't associate with Dean Withers because Dean Withers is associated with Hasan, and Hasan's going to drag down the Democratic Party. But he also tweeted this in October. If Kamala ends up winning, the entire far left, the commies/tankies, the Hamas supporters, etc., needs to be jettisoned from the party. We don't need them to win elections. We can turn out our own base, and they're absolute cans to be associated with. So you obviously can't. The Dems can't just turn out their own base by just being moderate and having the Cheneys campaigning with them. That's obviously not enough. Clearly. I feel like that's been proven now. They have to have some kind of, there has to be some sort of more positive message, some populist sort of like, yeah, we're going to f them up. We're going to do something. That's obvious. That's like so obviously true at this point. That's how Americans seem to operate. Might even be how people here operate. So I feel, and that seems to be like everyone's takeaway basically, is you need that sort of populist, you know, front man figure to really inspire voters. You know, Biden got away with being sort of like establishment and not hugely inspiring because he still had like that Pennsylvania like blue collar connection, like and such brand name recognition from being in the Obama administration that it didn't really matter that he was kind of like boring and normal. Jettisoning from the left from the Democratic Party doesn't even make sense. Yeah, I don't know how you would even go about doing this. What, do you mean just, like, get rid of Ilhan Omar? Like, what does this even mean? What does this even mean? Also, how could you possibly think this is true? Like, so many conservatives... Well, I would say Hasan should probably be treated essentially like Nick Fuentes, okay? I will say that. Hasan should get the Nick Fuentes treatment. There is no way that you as a elected representative should be on a stream with Hasan. There is no way that, yeah, I just don't, it's because he is crazy. But Fuentes still, as much as Fuentes is like bad for optics and bad for the establishment, there is like a small benefit, I think, to having people like Fuentes. Like Fuentes still gets to operate and talk his shit. So the funny shit he says still ripples out. His talking points and the shit his fans spread still ripples out a little bit. So if you think this online culture shit has any effect at all, there is obviously some benefit to having people like Fuentes, like Hasan on your side, right? Now, the real dumb take about Hasan, I will actually pull this one up quickly. I just remembered this. What's fucking Merrick's Twitter at again? I saw a tweet from her that was awful. Oh, bro, this bitch tweets like crazy. I'm never going to find it. This bitch tweets like crazy. Just shut the fuck up. Oh, yeah, here it is. Wait, I wasn't going to scroll her Twitter on stream, okay? Take it easy. Hasan Piker was correct when he talked about young men being constantly flooded with right-wing propaganda in all digital spaces they spend time in. The right-wing propaganda machine is absolutely enormous and has a grip on them. We need a solution to that, like yesterday. I mean, there's like kind of some truth to this, but this isn't really the dumb part, okay? There's just a particularly stupid thing that she said in this thread. So someone's basically like, there's no masculinity for the libs or some shit. And this is a rebuttal. I think that's a stupid point initially anyway. I don't think it's really about that. I think it's about just, yeah, people just want to say slurs. Guys just want to say slurs and make rape jokes. Okay, let's be serious. Anyway, I would argue that Hasan presents as an example of masculinity on the left, whether you agree with his methods or how effective he is. I don't think it's fair to present him as doing nothing or not trying. We need 100,000 other leftist guys with big podcasts and streams, though. No guy thinks Hasan is like some cool masculine figure. No one wants to like be Hasan, really. He's like what women want in men. He's not what men want to see in men. That's why all of his audience is like BuzzFeed whores and gays. No guy wants to be Hasan, like really. Like they might. They would want his position, but they don't see Hasan. They're like, whoa, yeah, that's just like me. I want to be like that. No one's like that. No one thinks that way. No, he's like some fucking vain piece of shit that paints his nails and acts like a virtue signaling fucking loser. He does like the Dean thing. Where's the Dean video? He's like this. Like no guy likes this. Where is this? He's like this.
He wants to know how you got started in politics. Just by caring about the world around me. You know what I mean? That's all. I got into politics because I was like, hey, maybe we shouldn't like hate gay people and we shouldn't act like men are superior to women. And I guess it's political.
Shut the fuck up.
You know what I mean? Like, I got into politics because I just want people to be better. But I guess being better is political, okay? It's 2020. Like, what can you expect?
It's so disgusting. Like, this is so unappealing. It's so unappealing. Like, this might work for 16-year-old fucking TikTok users, 16-year-old girls on TikTok that you're trying to fucking groom. But it does not work on any guy. No guy thinks this is cool. And then this guy's literally, this fucking Dean is literally out here tweeting. Where is it, man? No one is less masculine than Republican men. Specifically those who have spent the last 48 hours terrorizing liberal women. Be a man, not a middle school bully. Sorry, guys like being middle school bullies. Hate to tell you. Sorry to tell you. Guys like that. And you acting like you scolding them. You getting online and going, don't do that. Don't do that. It makes them do it more. They want to do it more. Now they're just saying they want to rape you as well. First, you're trying to something saying they want to rape women. You've jumped in the way, and now they're saying, oh, I don't want to just rape women. I want to rape you too, Dean. I want to rape you. That's how this has gone. And that's the way it'll go every time. It's like totally worthless. And then there was the other one that was like, your body, my choice. How about my fist, your face? So shut the fuck up, dude. Seriously. Seriously, man. Anyway. Let's get to this Hasan VOD. Hasan and Destiny are fighting, okay?
Where do we begin? We got a lot going on in the world. What is this? Funniest analysis of your statement?
Tate, Jordan Peterson, internet algorithms, Gamergate, whatever.
Oh, there is a massive amount of right-wing radicalization that has been occurring, especially in younger male spaces. Any hobbies whatsoever, whether it's playing video games, whether it's working out.
By the way, Hasan is right about all of this.
Whether it's, I don't know, listening to like a history podcast or whatever.
Yeah.
Wait, what was... Yeah, I am right about it. What? Asman agrees. What the fuck? What's the problem? Oh, God, I looked at his chat. Don't look at his chat. Don't look at his chat. Don't look at his chat. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't look at his chat. Everything that they see is right-wing sentiment being expressed by individuals that they find charismatic.
But you can only blame internet...
So the reason why he's right might not be necessarily like what he's trying to say.
So wait, Hasan's just sitting here watching an Asmongold reaction to a Shornhead video. Okay.
I think that it's a chicken and the egg scenario where the content that's popular is right wing because this right wing content more accurately reflects the way that people see the world and the way that guys feel. So it's not that there's a bunch of right-wing content that's brainwashing people to be racist or to be Nazis. It's that there's a lot of guys that feel
He's like, no, there's just a lot of Nazis out there. There's just a lot of people who believe in the ideology of the NASDAQ. No. By the way, it's ironic because this other person from the video clipped it right before I talk about how like they're not actually overt Nazis in the same way that like they were in the 2016 Gamergate era, where there was like open outward white supremacist sentiment being.
I've never met like male Hasan fans, literally ever. I've never met male Hasan fans. I've known like one guy who was like a super commie, who would watch his stuff on YouTube sometimes, but he wasn't like a Hasan fan. He just like watched his stuff on YouTube sometimes because he agreed with him. I don't know. I've never met like serious fans of Hasan. It's like always been college girls.
Expressed on YouTube regularly. You had the likes of Stefan Molnier and all these other guys who were like straight up neo-Nazis, right? They no longer, it's not like that. It's like 90% of the way there. It's but they're not like openly white nationalists, even though there are some, right? But that movement has definitely been cast aside a little bit, as a lot of the overt racism, misogyny, yada, 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 has been normalized by the Republican Party at the tippy top. So for that reason, I think most people find themselves very comfortable expressing certain types of sentiment. Hasan, why are you so charitable to dudes who should have lied to their teeth one day to get on stream and spread hate?
What's this? I know two. One is a communist living in Seattle, no job, lives off his girlfriend, does nothing but hang on Discord. So you mean he's based as fuck? Wait, maybe Hasan's onto something. You mean he's based as
The
fuck?
only overlap with Men Are Burned Out podcast left Chapel and Seatown listeners gave up being edgy and decided to be homosexual instead.
That's true. That's true. That's facts. That's facts. Dude, Comtown. That's like... That's so much better, like, lefty shit for guys than Hasan. That appeals so much more. Nick Mullen versus Hasan. It's like such an obvious choice.
Next, what do you mean? What is happening right now?
Franchised, and the content that's being deemed as right-wing is content that reflects what their viewpoints are. So it's like, and
the content creators in your orbit all just talk about your drama when you're offline. Nobody's doing anything to combat reactionary stuff amongst men. Yeah, I am. I try.
What about Destiny, Hasan?
And
that is the segue, isn't it? That is the segue. It's what about Destiny?
I'm going to do more about that. I made the mistake of looking at Nick Fuentes' Twitter last night before going to bed for the first time, and I had literal nightmares. Yeah, I saw that one clip. Where he's just like cackling and losing his fucking mind, and just like so excited at the prospect of just like being able to control women's bodies, like that little fucking nerd, right?
Where's the clip? Where is the clip? Has anyone got the original Your Body My Choice clip? Have we got that? Dude, literally, I just searched I'm searching for Fuentes on Twitter, and it's just everyone is just doxing this guy. They're literally just posting pictures of his house and his home address.
Well done, sir. I'm your Republican come on. Your body, my choice, friend. This is such a good your body, my choice, forever. I just love the sense of helplessness that shitlibs must feel right now. Dude, imagine being a liberal right now. Imagine being so psyoped and brain damaged. Like they were told in 2016, you're never going to be president. At least I will go down as a president. You're not going to be president. You know, Trump wins. Landslide victory. No! He gets inaugurated. The Clinton election party. Get fucking shit on. Trump and Reich forever. Then Trump loses. Liberals go, yes, it's over. We did it. Back to normal. January 6th happens. Surely Trump must be finished this time. He's never coming back from this. And then Trump grabbed back. He grabbed back. And they said, but he said they're poisoning the blood of our country. He said it's the last election. He said he'll be a dictator on day one. But he stormed the Capitol. Dude, and then Trump wins again. Imagine the powerlessness and the helplessness. Imagine the dread they must feel.
Yeah, because the Dems are useless. Because the Dems fucking suck.
The dread and the fear.
God.
The despair.
He's reminding me how much I fucking hate the Dems, man. God, they fucking suck so bad. Holy shit, I hate the fucking dude. It's so crazy.
Andrew Tate was right. It is delicious. It feels so good. I thought it might feel better seeing the Trump people upset. I was wrong. This feels so good. I was wrong. This feels good, you guys. I thought I had enough of shitting on the left. I thought, you know, I don't really care about the left anymore. I was wrong. I like it. I like the way it makes me feel. It makes me feel powerful. Makes me feel good. I like being on the winning team. I like this a lot. I could get used to this. Your body, my choice. This is our country. This is MAGA country. This is the last election, and this is a day one dictator.
In the Senate, and so this is a hugely consequential...
Dude!
See, look, Fuentes, at least you know Fuentes is like just a neo-Nazi. He wants to take over the government, and he hates minority. Well, yeah, he wouldn't say he hates minorities, but look, let's be serious. He's openly a dictator. Yeah, wants a dictatorship. Really, he's like what would you call it? What is it? A fucking Christian nationalist. He wants like a theocracy. We love honest people. We love honest people here. We don't like lying. We don't like lying. He literally described exactly what... Sorry, he is Christian. He is Christian. He's as Christian as any of you are, okay? You're all like gay. You're all like sodomites. You're all like sodomites and violent people. You like molest your kids. You all want to fuck little boys and little girls. He's as Christian as any of you, okay? He is as Christian as any of you. Anyway, let's get back to Hasan.
He's such a freakish little gremlin, such a goddamn loser, dude. And it reminded me of how he got there, because it reminded me of how he got to a position of prominence that actually led to Nick Fuentes like having dinner with Donald Trump. There was a man who propped him up openly and deliberately and excitedly. Okay? A person who I despise, and every single time I see Nick Fuentes' disgusting...
Hasan pulling up the mega folder for Destiny. Yeah, literally, you know this guy is like looking into... He has been waiting for this day for so long. He's like picking through the filing cabinet, just like... Got just files on top of files. He's just combing through. He's like, okay, I'm going to do it now. Let's start pulling it out.
Little booger-eating gremlin face. I am reminded...
It's like the idea that Fuentes is like that... Like, who cares if Fuentes has an audience? I'm sorry, but it's not like making a huge difference. It's not making the difference Hasan seems to think it is. It comes from his own inflated sense of self-importance. It does. It's because he knows that he's like left-wing Fuentes. Much bigger, obviously. But he has an inflated sense of... He feels like, you know, what he says is really important. You know, he's really making a difference. So Fuentes must be making a difference too. Fuentes ain't making a difference. Fuentes a fucking nobody.
Reminded of the people that are literally saying he should be liberal. This guy should be liberal Joe Rogan.
Oh, and the
yeah, he has an audience of 2,000 Mexican incels. Big whoop, okay?
Oh, and Fuentes' treatment of me is so bad. I don't understand. That's something he'll have to learn and grow. Not to sound like not to be too self-aggrandizing, but like Fuentes should be worshiping me, because I am literally I was the only lifeline that he had to like being able to breach like mainstream political conversations. Like I represented a huge potential opportunity to him, and he just is so bad faith in the way that he treats me. It's unbelievable. I don't know why the fuck you would do that. Like he should have been so conciliatory towards me. And I'm not looking for that. I'm not asking him to be my bitch or anything. But for him to be like relentlessly bad faith against me all the time, I'm like, bro, who the fuck are you? Like I can put you on a stream in front of 14,000 people. Like I'm giving you your phone number to like Adam22 so you can go to a show.
Yeah, this isn't even like necessarily true, because it may have helped Fuentes out in some ways, but I thought wasn't the reason that Destiny and Fuentes really started talking again was there were like times where Fuentes was getting on panels with like Sneeko and like all of Sneeko's black friends and shit, and then Destiny was like, I have to get in there. I have to stop his talking points. I have to stop his talking points and stop them from spreading. I have to stop him convincing them of Gideon and all this shit. This was before, was it really? Okay, you're not saying anything worthwhile there, Fuentes got big from 4chan. Nobody cares. Okay, stop saying retarded stuff. I'm talking about Destiny and Fuentes. Don't bring up, give us a fuck about 4chan, retard. When did this happen? What was the timeline here?
2, 3.
Fuentes Gideon.
All you do.
18th of August, 2022.
How'd you go from being a libertarian
So yeah, this was when
all you do is
they were starting to get back together. So this was 18th. So not until a week later, then they had chicken and waffles together. And then where's
no jump?
And then this wasn't for months after. So yeah, my timeline was actually correct. My timeline was actually correct. Nice one, retards. Everyone that said, no, that was before. That was before in chat. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Why the fuck would you like burn my
I
shit
was
so
right.
hard? Like, you're so
Okay.
stupid.
Yeah. Eating chicken and waffles with Nicholas Fuentes, propping him up, giving him a lifeline, giving him a fucking media career, debating his own fan base, arguing against
And then,
calling.
like, people just saying retarded shit as well. He got big when Biden got elected. What the fuck are you talking about? Dude, you people are like retarded, I swear. Well, what? When was this? When was Fuentes and Halsey? 2018. Oh yeah, that's when Biden got elected. Yeah, Biden was elected in 2018. Yeah, that's really smart. Dude.
Him a fucking Nazi to his own fans who were like, dude, he's a Nazi.
When you say things like,
Crazy.
why are you defending him? I'm not defending him. I'm agnostic on the position. But your obsession with me using this word, really only for normative reasons, is revealed when you say, why are you defending him when you won't use my label? If you want to ask me, does he engage in anti-Semitic humor? I would say absolutely yes, he engages in anti-Semitic humor. If you want to say, is there a chance that he believes in anti-Semitic conspiracies? Yeah, of course there's a chance. And he has in the past. In fact, it might even be likely that he still does today.
Dude, it's so crazy that Destiny was playing this fucking retarded game. Dude, it's so fucking insane. It's so obvious. Like, dude, you come into chat every day just to say the hard R. You gotta go, okay? That's enough. Just saying the hard R in chat every day. Let's calm it down, man. Let's calm it down.
I just haven't had the conversation with him about it, and I don't really feel like slinging that around when I just don't 100% know. I would rather.
What do you think about a guy who did all of that, talked about anti-Semitic humor with Nick Fuentes, a person who's a Holocaust denier, an open, out and about neo-Nazi, now leading the charge on Twitch's anti-Semitism problem? What do we think about that? Do we feel like he's being honest about Twitch's anti-Semitism problem? Or is he cynically trying to smear someone like myself who has never collaborated and did?
Yeah, he is cynically trying to smear Hasan, but he's also not the one leading it, really, is he? It's like Dan. It's Dan. Destiny's like way less involved. Yeah, it is. Destiny, to the extent he has supported it, it is cynical. Let's be serious. He just fucking hates Hasan. But it's Dan leading it. It is just crazy that Destiny tries to play this game as well, though. Obviously, Fuentes was an anti-Semite. Yes, Fuentes was always anti-Semite. Yes, no shit. Like, there shouldn't even... Why were you ever confused about that?
Despises neo-Nazis and would never give them a fucking platform, with the one exception where Trainwrecks literally swapped Nick Fuentes out like many, many fucking years ago, which I have always recognized a massive mistake, because it was supposed to be me and Destiny versus Blair White and I forget whoever the other person was. And then it was a last second swap out where Nick Fuentes was platformed by that fucking, by that debate, which I despised. Okay. Yeah,
I mean, Mr. Go was just right in the Fuentes thing. If you're going to call people Nazis, you have to have a consistent definition. That's just... You have to have a consistent definition that you apply when it's accurate. Like, you can't just go, oh, this guy's not a Nazi because I'm talking to him right now, and if I called him a Nazi, I wouldn't be able to talk to him. No. Okay, you just gotta lose every account. Okay, you have to keep making them.
Hanging out with him in real life, giving his phone number to Adam22 so we can go on fucking podcasts openly.
Doesn't this Chris guy have a Himpleton stream to be on? Don't you have a Himpleton stream? Why don't you say that on Himpleton stream? Okay, do the world some good and say the hard R on Himpleton stream. Okay.
Recognizing that you propped him up, defending not using the Nazi label against him, against their own community members who are like, come on, dog, he's a Nazi. Maybe you don't have to debate everything. That's my point. You can't be just like a fucking psychopathic debate mercenary. Like, you're literally just like making yourself, you're turning yourself into this fucking person that has no ideology whatsoever. Okay? It's fucked up.
This guy's retarded.
See, maybe you don't have to debate everything. That's my point. You can't be just like a fucking psychopathic debate mercenary. Like,
but you can't debate yes, you can. Yes, you can. You can't debate everything because you're a fucking retard. You are low IQ. You are a himbo, frontman, fucking like, just poster boy for BuzzFeed. He did debate merchant and rubbed his hands.
Members who are like, come on, dog, he's a Nazi. Maybe you don't have to debate everything. That's my point. You can't be just like a fucking psychopathic debate mercenary. Like, you're just...
He didn't do that. Wait, where's the hands?
You're literally just like making yourself... You're like...
oh, now he's doing the grappler.
You're turning yourself into this fucking person that has no ideology whatsoever. Okay? It's fucked up.
For the record, I do say the hard R on him stream. Okay.
Sometimes you do not have to
not
have
in my chat,
a normal
sadly.
conversation, especially when someone's nascent fucking dying career is pretty obvious. Here's another instance.
And when we talked a few times after that, he was saying, oh, I think you've changed. I think that you're like a Christian nationalist.
I still think he has changed. That's why we had the whole argument over whether I call him a Nazi. I don't think they're as far right as they used to be. I've already said that. That doesn't mean that I don't think you're... He has the same fucking... You guys, you realize that you are just as fucking retarded as Nick is, right? You guys are the same. Nick hears me push back against his shit, and Nick is like, oh, you think I'm just as right as I was? No, I don't think that. You guys don't think I push back enough, and then you guys are like, oh, you think he's not as far right as you guys. How does everybody... I don't know if I have to communicate better or if there's just more layers of emotional bullshit that I have to fucking chew through with you fucking morons to try to make you understand what the fuck I think. Clearly speaking, plain English is not enough. Clearly speaking, complicated English is not enough. I don't know what it is to punch through, you fucking morons.
And most importantly, he successfully revived him entirely single-handedly. It worked exactly as Fuentes intended. Yeah.
Okay, this is just like retarded. This is so the shit Destiny's saying about him not being a Nazi is like obviously fucking stupid. But then saying that Destiny single-handedly revived his career, this is like just as dumb. It's so fucking stupid. He literally was already on the come up again when Destiny started speaking to him. Did Destiny probably help bring him back into some opportunities? Yeah, some of them, sure. But the idea that he single-handedly brought him back, that's just like totally delusional. He was like getting in with Gideon, Sneeko. He's in with Aiden now. But Aiden Ross is doing more for Fuentes right now. Aiden Ross has done more for Fuentes. Didn't Aiden Ross just have a... Like he did like a Jubilee thing for Fuentes, right? Is it not allowed on YouTube? Does it get banned? Aiden Ross had Nick debate Dean, and then he did like a 1v20 feminists versus Fuentes panel like the other day. Like, Aiden has done so much more for this guy.
100%. And then... the only reason why they fucking had a falling out is because obviously the fucking neo-Nazi, once his career was revitalized, came after Destiny and tried to deplatform him, which is ironic because Destiny is literally doing that to me right now, desperately trying to deplatform me with the express purpose of, and this part is really funny, trying to weirdly get himself unbanned from the platform.
Well, I said step one before anything happens to show there's two things that need to happen. One, Frogan needs to be banned.
Wow, he just got all these clips on deck. Hasan's ready. Hasan's been thinking about this for a while.
That's like just an immediate thing. Not that I even give a fuck about Frogan, to say it again, but it's just so obviously apparent that if she doesn't get banned, that nobody gives a shit over there, right? Like that is the most obvious case in the entire world of someone breaking the terms of service. And
yeah, it's a clear hate speech violation of a protected class of citizens too, because she's going after veterans, I think. Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah,
it's multiple things.
I agree.
Right.
Yeah.
So if that doesn't happen, we know that there's no change at Twitch. So that's step one. Will that happen? Step two is they have to unban Steve, like, because otherwise I don't. If they're able to unban Fresh and Fit,
like they're talking about unbanning Destiny
and Sneeko, they can unban Steve. And then if they do those two things, then I'll talk to Dan Clancy. And I'd be happy to figure out a way forward for him to...
For those of you who don't know, these are some of Destiny's little orbiters. This man, we used to have conversations back in the day.
You played D&D together.
Quite pleasant conversations, as a matter of fact. But his brain has just been so fucking broken by being Destiny's orbiter and his co-host on his podcast that he has been spending an unimaginable amount of time on this like vengeful.
He really thinks it's about being around Destiny and not being like Jewish. He really okay.
To I guess
Jewish and middle-aged.
Destroy Twitch for
too much time on his hands.
Destiny, and also not getting me banned. Okay.
Are you aware of Friendly Geordies and how he trolled a politician by filming an expose video with receipts in said politician's holiday home? It included the line, "Yes, John, I F in your guest house."
Yep, I've seen the Friendly Geordie stuff. I saw his place get firebombed and all that shit. Yep. Thank you for the $10.
They called themselves the Taliban or the Duzbullah Brigades, community dedicated to documenting the anti-Semitism of Turkish colonizer Hasan Piker and the Sultan of Twitch Empire, Dan Clancy, as well as others. Okay? They have made websites from like day fucking one. From I think it was like October 19th or something was when the Hamasabi website was launched. Like that was what their immediate
the Taliban shit is so fucking gay. Yep. I mean,
goals were they?
It's one of those things that they do that's just embarrassing to anyone outside. Everyone outside is like, wow, that's really fucking like embarrassing that you're acting that way. And then they just keep doing it. And they realize it just turns everyone off and they look like a bunch of cultists. But
like, we're going to use this Israel shit. We're going to use what is happening in Gaza to, you know, try to activate as many people as possible to get this guy fucking deplatformed. And they've gotten increasingly more insane over the year. Increasingly more insane over the year as it has not succeeded. Yeah, these are the people concerned about
change
hate speech.
The way trust
concerned about hate
done,
speech,
so that is no longer the stereotypical purple-haired whatever that it currently is. It's too skewed right now, unfortunately.
Yeah, 1,200 Jewish people died on October 7. Since then, hundreds of thousands, millions of people displaced in Gaza. Thousands dead in Lebanon. 50,000 is the most conservative estimate with direct gunfire and direct bombing in Gaza. The obvious death toll is going to be significantly larger than that. And these guys are predisposed with, let's use this as an opportunity to get someone we don't like, someone we don't agree with, deplatformed. Okay?
Yeah, that's true. Like, dude, it's so fucking sick because that shit was funny. That shit was funny. When they were fucking with Hasan's dog on the Our Place thing, that shit was funny. Like, there's some brigading shit that is just funny, but they get way too into it. It's like when they think they're making like a real difference, that's when it gets really gay. You're not making a fucking difference posting shit on the internet. Be fucking serious here. That's when they get real gay about it. But when you're just like, yeah, we just want to really upset Hasan today. Like the goal here is to just really upset Hasan today and make him cry. So we're going on r/place and we're killing his dog again. We're making him watch his dog die for a second time. Brilliant. Okay, amazing. Love it. Cool. Awesome. I support. 100% full backing, critical support. When it's like, Hasan's an anti-Semite. It's like, even if it was a terrorist stuff, if it was just the terrorist stuff, I would be like, okay, I can kind of get it. Go after him a bit. But they'd start fucking crying about like fucking anti-Semitism. When have you guys ever cared about fucking anti-Semitism? We had Fuentes on recently. Like, when did you ever give a fuck about this? It's so gay. It's so clear they don't really care. They don't really care. It's just like fucking, they're just like lying. They're just pretending they care.
It is so insane.
Anyway, I'm gonna
it is so unimaginable. Why do they assume there won't be retaliatory obs? I don't know. But yeah. And also, that guy whose account that I'm showing you right now, okay, the Taliban, part of the Taliban, this is one of my biggest stalkers, okay? This is like a... What do
you mean by stalker, though? What is stalker? I hate when people do this. You have to be very... It's like Brianna Wu language. This is one of my stalkers. What is the stalking? What stalking has this person done to you, Hasan?
Known stalker in this community with like thousands of alt accounts that we've banned, who like is the most schizo person you've ever seen. Yo,
thank you for the raid, Chud. Welcome in, Gok Raiders. Welcome in. We're just watching Hasan versus Destiny content, okay?
Schizo person is now followed by Richie Torres.
Okay, just having alt accounts isn't really enough for me to say they're a stalker. Like, what do they actually do? If they just make alts to fuck with Hasan, don't be gay, you will get banned. Thank you for $2. If they just make alts to fuck with Hasan in his chat, that's not really a stalker.
American Congressperson Richie Torres follows him. He's following my schizophrenic stalkers, dog. Like, these are all members of Destiny's wonderful little community, which he has carefully cultivated over the course of the past couple of years, filled to the brim with former, you know, Kiwi Farms and 4chan poll losers, like all these fucking Gamergate dumbasses that never grew out of that phase, that just love doing like troll ops, okay? But now they're doing it while simultaneously claiming that they're liberal. They're liberal, but Destiny has advocated to kill Black Lives Matter protesters. He has said openly that white supremacist militias can mow down Black Lives Matter protesters because he was upset that the BLM protesters were actually hurting Joe Biden's re-election chances. Okay? A person that has debated the ethics of ethical CP. A person that on a whim, because he was mad at my friend, an activist and content creator from Atlanta, FD Signifier, wanted to troll him. And
what? Huh? Sorry. What? For 16 minutes?
It's crazy. I feel like I'm living in.
I just changed. I just changed IP on my VPN. I fixed it. So we're back. We're back.
Our world. FD just posted. He figured out D used another orbiter to set up the donation from the start. Hey, look at what I found with a little video essayist researcher muscle. Tree of Logic, one of Destiny's weird black orbiters, admitting on stream that Destiny never planned to actually debate and always acted the plan in bad faith.
Organization. He had no intentions on doing that. He always. Okay.
Wait. Tree of Logic clips. He's watching tree clips. Hey, look what I found with a little video essayist researcher muscle. Tree of Logic, one of Destiny's weird black orbiters. Wait. Why is FD Signifier tweeting like we would? Weird black orbiter. The fuck? You good, bro? Admitting on stream that Destiny never planned to actually debate and always planned to act in bad faith.
So that's what happened. This was all his idea from the start. He had no intentions on donating $10,000 to Fat Dude Signifier organization. He had no intentions on doing that. He always had the intentions on donating to a pro-police or nonprofit organization. And he asked me, because, you know, I'm very close to these organizations in Georgia, and he asked me to give him two, and I gave him two, but I gave him the most important one first. And yeah, I'm kind of glad he ignored.
Sorry for the delay of these signifiers. Some of us work and have busy lives, though. Can't believe you couldn't wait 4 days for your $10,000 anti-police fund donation. So I went ahead and just donated. You're a bit of a Hasan
sweeper. What? You'd have to be retarded to claim this.
Did $10,000 to the
I legit,
Atlanta
dude,
Police
I can't get away from either. I'm sweeping Hasan or I'm a fucking DG.
Yeah. Destiny ran from an agreed upon debate with me. He and his fan base like to retcon it into some other story, but the facts don't back that up. Destiny agreed to debate me and donate $10K to a charity I choose. Contrary to his fan base lies, this is not my charity, nor do I work for them. His fans just made that up to justify their narrative. He told me to unblock him so he could confirm the payment. I did for several days, and I reblocked when it started to seem fishy. When I tweeted at him asking what the holdup was, he responded with a confirmation to his donation to the Atlanta Police Department. Clearly, at time and opportunity, he just knew that it would be a mistake, so he chickened out and created a spectacle as a distraction. His hardcore fans, of course, are not smart enough to notice, but make no mistake, this was something he did out of fear and spite. Anyone telling you otherwise is lying to themselves. It's just like, it is the most rabid cyber harassment cult I have ever seen.
Dude, a rabid cyber harassment cult. It's like, it's funny to call it that. They are like not, it's not that, they're not that fucking crazy. They're like annoying and gay and sometimes really dumb. And they are cultish in the sense that they will never see anything wrong with daddy. But they literally, they don't do that much crazy stuff. They go after Hasan pretty hard, but not really anyone else. Like they're not like fucking out there doxing and shit. Like It's not even like KF level. It's like we're so far removed from anything like from that sort of thing.
Okay. All of his fucking orbiters like to masquerade as liberals. All of his orbiters and himself like to act like they're liberals, but plenty of their
they doxed Max. I was it not Blav who doxed Max?
Perspectives are completely antithetical to
the rioting
kind of progressive values. I mean, this itself is what got him banned originally. I'm not going to play it because, you know, even though it is contextually appropriate, I don't want to personally risk it. That got him departnered originally.
Yeah, sorry, donating to police departments out of spite is like kind of based.
They are liberals in the sense that they are pro-democratic party. That much is certain. But ultimately, they have no real ideological rudder. They have no real interest in maintaining a position beyond.
He's making such gay statements here. They have no real ideological rudder. What the fuck are you talking about, bro?
Beyond whatever Destiny is saying.
What is Blood yapping about?
They are debate mercenaries. They will debate both sides of an issue with the same level of passion. Okay? Did you see the Dems pushing D into becoming the fabled Joe Rogan of the left that liberals are yapping about? No Democrats are doing that. Okay? You're insane if you think that the Democratic Party is that crazy that they would be like, yeah, the guy that we can get instead of like a million different Pod Johns or Harry Hasan or any number of different like people that they could potentially activate as like their liberal podcast version is going to be the guy who has all of this like insanity. And it's not necessarily like clipped out of context either, which is ironic because he always is that, because the context always makes it look even worse than it actually is. Whereas,
dude, this is literally like this is the Spider-Man meme. No, it's literally Garfield with a no Garfield sign behind them. They're both the fucking same.
They project and do that specifically to me, where they're like, look at this 15-second clip, 16-second clip, 13-second clip, where Hasan is arguing for something, and then you watch the larger clip and you're like, oh, he was arguing exactly the opposite of the thing that you were saying he was doing.
Well, if you want to talk about like harassment and shit, there are endless screenshots from Hasan's Discord and various dramas where they're calling for people's deaths, saying crazy anti-Semitic shit, targeting people's business opportunities and shit, harassing them, posting people's fucking information. Endless screenshots of Hasan's community doing that exact thing.
But ultimately, it does not matter because Joe Rogan organically broke his own brain and became a right-winger. Joe Rogan was profoundly popular before he decided to be a right-winger.
Deeper Armor is being very long-housed right now, I've got to say. They're the same, but Hasan viewers don't suck the air out of rooms and parties, so he wins. Yes, they do. They're like horrible cunt women. They're like horrible women that the moment you make some off-color joke, they ruin the entire vibe. Start crying about fucking Gaza. Start crying about you having a fucking Pepsi company, you know, piece of fucking product in your hand. So bug. Jesus Christ. Their body, our choice. No, I'm joking. No, I've met Hasan fans at parties, and they're the worst. Okay, I just don't believe you. Deep, you've been in the workforce for like 5 years. I don't believe you've been at parties with Hasan fans.
Rogan endorsed Bernie Sanders in 2020. Okay? The Democratic Party had their own Joe Rogan. His name was Joe Rogan. Do you understand? So
at least 5 years, I meant. You haven't been at college while Hasan was popular, is what I was saying.
Will not change until the Democratic Party changes its top-line communications, its policy prescriptions, and its attitudes towards the working class. Okay? You cannot podcast your way out of this problem. You can't flood the market with like liberal podcasts and
This Nico guy is just never satisfied, is he? This Nico guy, Go back to face cam. I hate the little dancing fuck in the corner of my screen. No, I'm smoking. And then you were complaining about the face cam a minute ago, dude. You're just never happy. You're never satisfied, Nico. Never satisfied. It's crazy.
Podcasters in an effort to
always some
win
shit
back
to say.
Young men.
You've got no ideological rudder, Nico. That's your problem. That's your problem. You've got no ideological rudder. You're just like a debate merchant.
And who have been disenfranchised. Okay? He was watching your clip yesterday, but turned it off once you mentioned he uplifted Nicolas Fuentes. Yeah, he hates that clip, by the way. I'm sure he hates that clip. He absolutely despises that clip because it so directly contradicts any kind of liberal image that he tries to cast himself as. Okay? And it's not just that clip. There are a million others. Okay? Here is
Destiny, like what, at the end of the day,
hanging out with
how many
Nicolas
times you
Fuentes at his own home as his former wife that divorced him brings Nicolas Fuentes a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. This is a part of the revitalization of his career. And in this process, he is also talking specifically about revitalizing another white supremacist, Lauren Southern's YouTube channel.
Give them a side before they finally come down, before the United States changes its foreign policy.
He's so close. He's so close. Hasan has the opportunity to do the funniest fucking thing.
Palestine. Or how many times are we going to complain about like the media and the government and everything? And I've talked to conservative creators who will say things and they get into this self-defeating progressive mindset. You ever heard a black person say like, oh, I'm not going to do anything, the system's rigged against me, it's bullshit, right? Like I've argued with fucking Lauren about her videos where she's like, oh, all of my stuff is deprioritized, I don't think I'm gonna get any views. Like, no, it's not. You just don't fucking upload enough. Make more fucking videos. And she did make a couple and some of them actually popped off on the algorithm. She did one responding to Matt Walsh's shit. Got like 500,000 views. And it's like,
she's literally talking about Lauren Southern here and how they have conversed over.
And I woke up to the news today. I couldn't believe it. I mean, we all knew it was going to happen, but today was finally the day. So apparently he's been having major problems in his open marriage, the marriage whereby him and his partner are able to have sex with other people, however they want and whomever they want. And as we all, I think, knew from the beginning, that was never going to work out. And finally, the facade of a marriage came crumbling down, and he announced the dissolution of their marriage after paying for one of the guys that she was seeing to live with her and paying for all her taxes, among other things. So it's an incredible victory to cap off an amazing year for the Groypers. Destiny is getting divorced. And, now, a lot of people may say, hey, he's going through a tough time and whatever. Hey, I don't care. I think this guy goes around promoting degeneracy, pornography, this deviant lifestyle, atheism. He deserves ruination in his life as an example. Also,
dude, so crazy.
How to pop Lauren Southern's channel off. Lauren Southern is an out and about white supremacist, okay? A white nationalist through and through. Mate Feed Art, thank you for the 100 community gift to subs, allowing 100 people to be to have access to the now subscriber only VODs. Yes. He's talking about the Lauren Southern who personally went to Italy to work alongside Identity Europa, okay, to try to
say she fired flares at boats. Please, Hasan, say she fired flares at boats.
To intercept migrant boats.
No, okay, he's sticking to the story.
By filming herself on these fucking boats to try and actively intercept these migrant dinghies that were trying to make it to Italy. If politicians don't stop the boats, we'll stop the boats, Southern declared. Okay? They didn't stop the boat for long. In short order, they were taken into custody by Italian Coast Guard officers and the Doctors Without Borders ship was on its way. Later that night, Southern appeared in a second Periscope live stream with Martin Sellner, the 28th.
I do fundamentally agree with kind of some of Hasan's criticisms here. I feel like it is kind of, I just feel like Destiny shouldn't have been helping. Fuentes shouldn't have been helping Southern if he believed the things that I'd heard him say about them. Or like, at least he should be. The bigger issue, I think, isn't even that. I feel like it's that while he was helping them, he stopped saying those things about them. And like, even now, he's super light on Lauren Southern. And it's like, Lauren Southern is like, yeah, she did, if you think this online shit has an effect, she did crazy damage. Like, she literally popularized the Great Replacement online. That was her. It's very easy for you to sit here while not shagging Lauren Southern to say, go harder on Lauren Southern. Okay, man. That's true. That's true. It is easy from where I'm sitting. Okay. Good point. I accept it.
8-year-old leader of Generation Identity's Austrian branch. Sellner hinted in the live stream that Generation Identity's short-lived blockade of the NGO ship was just the beginning of a new mission to track down and stop the dirty work of these human trafficking ships. Southern has defended the American neo-Nazi Richard B. Spencer, who has advocated for violence against non-whites on multiple occasions. Southern has said, Richard Spencer is not a white supremacist, he's a white nationalist. He believes in a white ethno-state. He doesn't believe in whites being superior. Spencer has praised Southern's videos. That is the person that Destiny is talking about here, that he has direct access to, that he has also helped revitalize the career of. How many neo-Nazis does Destiny have to align with and revitalize the careers of for people to go, maybe he's not being genuine in his defense of the Democratic Party and it's just another thing that helps him debate better?
And guys, if you're at a table with 9 fascists, that's actually a table of 10 fascists, okay? I don't know if you guys know that, okay?
He's talking to one neo-Nazi who is a prominent neo-Nazi now, thankfully because of Destiny's, hard work, platforming him, giving his phone number to Adam.
You just got to be honest. You just got to say, yeah, no, Fuentes is a crazy anti-Semitic conspiracy theorist. Yeah, Lauren Southern is an anti-Semitic conspiracy theorist who believes that brown people are replacing whites, like through a planned system created by the Jews in the early 20th century. Like, yeah, that's what she says. That's what she believes.
22. Okay. While simultaneously, he's bragging about coaching another white nationalist and how he helped revitalize her career as well. Okay. Can you run us through how you make all these fanfic spin-offs of reality? You're such a creative. I get inspired when I watch you. You think this right here, what exactly?
Dude, this shit in the Discord. What is this, man? Dude.
Exactly what he just said right here is fictitious? Am I wrong? Like, what? Do you think he was just joking here? He didn't mean it. He's admitting to it. You want me to play the clip again of him saying,
it's like, why do you think that the algorithm's not fucking you? You're fucking yourself. Because that type of self-defeating, self-deprecating, self-fulfilling prophecy of the system's against me, I can't do anything. So it gives you the perfect excuse to work on nothing because you're completely fucked. And then it gives you the perfect enemy to blame for all of your problems. And it's like, well, what the fuck? What does that accomplish at the end of the day? What's up? Wait.
I want to be a good wife. So I got peanut butter sandwiches.
Whoa! Is it for him?
For both.
Let's go! Thanks,
Isn't that what a
Mom.
wife is for?
What?
Isn't that what a wife is for?
That is absolutely. See, you got it made, bro.
Thank you so much.
Wow.
Good job.
Let's go. You got it made. Hell.
Hold on. So
that
much.
back.
Wow.
Good job.
Let's go. You got it made. Hell.
Hold on.
What's that? Go ahead, man. Go ahead. Yeah. Look at me. Showing you a alternative view of reality. Fan fiction. Yeah, this is literally on his own fucking channel. He's blue pilling Nick in an IRL debate. He's blue pilling him. You don't understand. You don't understand. He's debating him in the marketplace of ideas. He's actually blue pilled now. He's no longer a neo-Nazi. He's actually pro Democratic Party. Did he also blue pill Richard Spencer? Is that why Richard Spencer came out and was like, I'm in the tank for Mamala? Yeah, it's not the first time they hung out together.
Yeah, you think?
Nick Fuentes and Destiny hang out IRL.
It dawned on me when you said that, yeah, because before...
Okay, I'm not disagreeing with this. Hey, Lopes. I agree. Their content, it was funny. I don't think the online stuff has crazy effects. Destiny does, though. I think Destiny should be consistent and honest about where these people sit. He was not consistent and honest about Fuentes. If Fuentes was a Nazi before he started speaking to him again, then he was a Nazi while he was speaking to him, and he's a Nazi now. Destiny's cope that, oh, Fuentes got more moderate and then became more extreme after I stopped talking to him. Fucking lie. Lauren Southern is not really particularly moderate compared to where she once was. She's still counting all the same stuff. I love when it's silent Quiggler for 5 minutes and he says BRB, bitch.
No, well, not you. You're already shacked up, lady.
Because I'm grabbing like food.
What's going on with that? What's the story? How about just one man, one...
My point is this. Last night, I saw this dipshit all over the fucking timeline just going absolutely crazy over how excited he was. How excited he was that he gets to control women's bodies now. Like, just pure resentment towards the existence of women. Something beyond like wanting a trad wife. I didn't even know that level of misogyny was even possible, right? Like, that level of being an incel was even something that real human beings experienced. And then I was reminded of the desperate attempts of Destiny revitalizing this fucking dipshit's career, so much so that he basically got access to Milo Yiannopoulos and Kanye West and went and had dinner with Donald fucking Trump.
Dude, Fuentes did not get the Milo and fucking Kanye hookup through Destiny. What are you talking about?
Okay, what is this? He's saying he was a connection to certain spheres, not that he was his only career path. Wait, yeah, he didn't have America First at all, where he was connected to actual politicians. Yeah, he was. He gave him an additional fucking platform. Okay? He gave him a platform and normalized his fucking perspective.
It's like he doesn't realize that there are several groups that liked Fuentes for different reasons. Destiny liked Fuentes because he was good content, and he probably thinks there's some like de-radicalization thing he's doing there, that's some fucking cope that he comes up with. Then Milo already knew Fuentes. All those right-wingers already knew Fuentes. He was already in with like Ali Alexander and all these guys. Like, there's this huge dissident right group that he's just not even addressing. It's like, yeah, they were trying to groom up Fuentes and get him helping them. Yes. And Sneeko, yeah.
This is the clip.
The feel when we control your bodies. Hey, we control your bodies. Guess what? Guys win again. Okay, men win again. And yes, we control your bodies. Hi, I'm your Republican congressman. Hi, I'm your Republican congressman. It's your body, my choice. And men, women again. Men win again. There will never, ever be a female president. Never. There will never be a female president, ever. It's over. Glass ceiling? Dude, it's a ceiling made of fucking bricks. You will never break it. Your stupid face keeps hitting the brick ceiling. We will keep you down forever. You will never control.
Look at how disgusting of a monstrous piece of shit this man is.
Dude, like, this is what I mean. Dude, Dems are so fucking cooked, man. It's so... You don't get any points for pretending this isn't funny. Nobody thinks you're cool for pretending this isn't funny.
Okay.
Like, look, he's smirking. Dude, you were doing... This was Hasan's job on the Young Turks for years. Hasan's job was saying shit like this for years. This is what was this bro talk? Bro tips? You don't benefit from pretending this shit isn't funny, or for being fucking gay idiot Dean Withers on Twitter going, Republican men aren't manly at all. Act like a man instead of a middle school bully. Act like a man instead of a middle school bully. Stop saying mean things on the internet. You don't get any fucking points for this. No one likes you more because you're doing this. You just look like a fucking loser.
Oh, hey, didn't see you there. I'm Hasan Piker, and this is Bro Tip. This week's Bro Tip is about bringing out the alpha male in you. Ow! A few things to consider when you're thinking about Lady Gaga as a top contender for Babe of the Week should be the fact that she might have a penis. The fact that Lady Gaga might have a small penis...
transphobic! Hello!
does absolutely terrify me. Here's why the 5-second rule works. Because when you start thinking for longer than 5 seconds, you're immediately not thinking with your dick and also thinking with this pesky thing up here that we like to call our brains. So once you start thinking with your brain, you're immediately going to psych yourself out. Come back again next week when we discuss the legendary question of all time. Old enough to count, old enough to mount? Question mark?
Huh? Huh? I didn't even remember that one.
I want to say thank you to Miley Cyrus for showing off her camel toe at the VMAs the other night. I always knew Hannah Montana was a little slut. Don't even try to hide it. Look,
Jesus, Hasan! Brother, what are you talking about?
Thank you to Miley Cyrus for showing off her camel toe at the VMAs the other night. I always knew Hannah Montana was a little slut. Don't even try to hide it. Look, this is a classic example of what happens when your father doesn't pay attention to you. You turn out to be a slut who's craving for attention, and then I tend to pick you up at a bar late night and bang you out on the first date. User Dubstep Piggy says, just die and stop destroying this channel. Never.
Wow.
You will never control.
Look at how disgusting of a monstrous piece of shit this man is, okay? Disgusting.
Sorry, Hasan, you were making jokes about fucking kids a few years ago. Hasan, you were joking about raping little girls just a few years ago.
Remember that.
Your own bodies. You will never be the president of the global empire. Never gonna happen, sweetie.
Yeah, he's blue-pilled. That's why he's wearing a blue hat. Destiny successfully debated him in the marketplace of ideas. He blue-pilled him. And meanwhile, meanwhile, over the past year, because of the insanity of his own fucking community, I remember throughout the
fuck, dude. Just let a ninja watch 34 minutes, 23 seconds. And no, my transfer quota is actually exceeded. I actually can't get it to work now.
He has consistently
I will keep swapping IPs until Mega lets me finish this video. I'm shameless. I'm not paying you.
While he was normalizing Nick Fuentes, that I was a far greater threat to the United States of America than Nicholas fucking Fuentes. Okay? His community, unironically, because of his like mania, because of what he has primed him into thinking, like such virile hatred, that I am a larger threat in their eyes than Nicholas fucking Fuentes. Now, their attitude might have shifted now, okay?
Wait, but Fuentes is like totally irrelevant. Hasan gets like 20 times, 30 times Fuentes' viewership. And it's like, I think just as bad, honestly, actually. Yeah, pretty close to just as bad, just left. And gets like way higher viewership. Yeah, of course you're more of a concern. Like, yeah.
And and Fuentes' treatment of me is so bad. I don't understand. That's something he'll have to learn and grow. Not to sound like not to be too self-aggrandizing, but like Fuentes should be worshiping me.
You know he called against voting for Trump before the win. Why do you take him seriously? He's not even a real Nazi. This is the problem.
Fuentes has been kicked out of the RNC like every time, no?
Problem. This is directly because of Destiny. Okay? People going, he's not even a real Nazi. I don't understand. Like, dude, this guy is a fucking Holocaust denier. What are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about? This is why I try to explain to people, if you hyper focus on this, okay? If you find yourself in the throes of an echo chamber like the one Destiny has created, okay? You are going to find yourself believing really weird shit that is insanely inconsistent with reality, okay? Like, you should be ashamed of saying things like this. You should be ashamed of being like, oh, Nicholas Fuentes is not a real Nazi, dude. Come on, calm down.
Okay, that's what is he? Okay, there's like loads of total normies that think shit like someone's not a Nazi if they're not in 1940s Germany in the dominant political party. Like that, people literally, there are normies that think that way. To say that this is like a problem with people who debate, like it's so retarded.
Because I am literally I was the only lifeline that he had to like being able to breach like mainstream political conversations. Like I represented a huge potential opportunity to him, and he just was so bad faith in the way that he treats me. It's unbelievable. I don't know why the fuck you would do that. Like he should have been so considerate.
Hasan does not have plausible deniability. You are lying. He said she might have stopped playing Hannah Montana at 19, but Hasan said, we always knew she was a little slut. We always knew, which implies from the moment he saw her, from the start. So that is not plausible deniability. You're wrong.
Conciliatory towards me, and I'm not looking for that. I'm not asking him to be my bitch or anything. But for him to be like relentlessly bad faith against me all the time, like,
I'm not gonna call him a pedophile. I'm not gonna call him a pedophile. I'm not calling Hasan a pedophile.
14,000 people. Like I'm giving you your phone number to like Adam 22 so you can go to a show. Why the fuck would you like burn my shit so hard? Like you're.
Yeah, why would you burn my shit so hard? I'm fucking propping you up. Okay, I'm propping you up.
No, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I know you guys want me to call him a pedophile. I'm not calling him a pedophile, okay?
That chatter basically proved your point. He said Nick said not to support Trump, so he's not a Nazi. Nick doesn't support Trump because he doesn't think Trump is not racist enough. Lamau. Exactly. So when you find yourself in that circumstance, when you find yourself literally going, oh, well, you know, Nick said don't support Trump because he's not Nazi enough, but he's not even a real Nazi. Who the fuck's a real Nazi then, dumbass? Who the fuck? Yeah. Trump dinner guest says perfidious Jews should be executed in America.
I agree with his point that, yeah, Fuentes fits like any reasonable definition of like a modern Nazi, like a neo-Nazi. But the idea that it's just Destiny fans or just people online that think that way, it's just not true. There's so many people who, like, it's such a normie perspective to be like, oh, everyone gets called a Nazi these days. Like, that is such a normie perspective. It's like not...
America First hate leader Nick Fuentes call for those suppressing Christianity to be absolutely annihilated in a recent live stream. And it's not just Nick Fuentes. Destiny did this with Sam Hyde as well. Sam Hyde is also a fucking Nazi.
Sam Hyde, I don't know if there's not to call Sam Hyde a Nazi.
He's also a Nazi.
A reactionary, definitely. You could say that. I don't. And
Destiny propped him up too. He brought him forward. And I remember...
Also, he did. That's not true at all. He had one conversation with Sam Hyde. Sam Hyde is like, is Sam Hyde more popular than Destiny? He might be. Sam Hyde's like huge. He probably gets less live viewership, but in terms of like cultural relevance,
because not only did this pedophile Nazi get propped up by Destiny, Destiny platformed him and actually talked back and forth with him about how he was fantasizing about killing me. And you want to know why I even saw this? Because in this now deleted post on LSF, it was prominently featured on LSF. His community fucking brigaded it and literally put it at the top. It almost went there r/all. Okay? This has been happening. This has been happening for years and years and years. Okay? Tell new chatters how Sam Hyde called to murder you on live TV.
You got anyone you want to call out in the heavyweight division?
Oh, you know it, lad. You know that, Hasan Piker. I'm coming to kill you in Los Angeles at your house.
Or in the ring?
No, in real life. I'm going to stalk him and become obsessed with him and wear his makeup and his dresses and use his skin as a coat like the ancient Irish did.
Well, that's your winner, Sam Hyde!
Bloody.
Dude, do I have the car chase meme? Do I have the car chase edit?
Hey, this is the one I'm...
Okay, stop. I'm just looking through my streamables. I'm seeing if I've got this to hand. If I've got it to hand, I need to play it. Just has to be played. And if I spend this long looking for it, I might end up searching for it as well. I feel like I always struggle to find the full version. Is this it? So good. So fucking good.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't really fucking matter. It's like, it's whatever. His fans are fucking losers. But like the fact that he was calling for that with his psychopathic fucking fan base is insane. It's additionally insane that this guy gets to present himself as a fucking liberal. Okay? That is simply a defense mechanism. Okay?
But Destiny's obviously a liberal. That's like so retarded. What?
That's it. It's simply just a way to be like, wait, what do you mean? I'm just a liberal. I love doing debates. I love doing debates against conservatives. And he does. He owns conservatives in the marketplace of ideas for sure. Not Ben Shapiro.
Oh, he actually just said that full. He actually just said that full sentence without no irony in the tone. He might have intended for irony, but there was no irony in that tone. He actually does own conservatives in the marketplace of ideas, said in the most sincere tone you've ever fucking heard. Man, get me out. This is your dem shill. These are your dem shills.
That is simply a defense mechanism. Okay? That's it. It's simply just a way to be like, wait, what do you mean? I'm just a liberal. I love doing debates. I love doing debates against conservatives. And he does. He owns conservatives in the marketplace of ideas for sure. Not Ben Shapiro, which he agreed with so much that even Lex Friedman was like, wow, you guys agree with a lot more than you disagree on.
I mean, yeah, he totally fucked up the Ben Shapiro thing. I think he knows he fucked up the Ben Shapiro thing. That was like so retarded. Like, just basically rolled over for him, hoping he'd get a connection, and then Ben Shapiro shit talks him anyway, because Destiny can't keep his fucking spaghetti in his pockets. Has to pop off about firefighters and shit every other week. I don't know what the plan was there.
Okay? Every step of the fucking way for the past 4 or 5 years.
Will there be Jakob tonight? Let's do a goal.
Fucking rabid weirdos. These rabid fucking monstrous pieces of shit with no real interest whatsoever on any like real political ideologies that they defend, no empathy whatsoever, have been just fucking masquerading as liberals. And the other part of this that I wanted to show you is this video that I saw. Okay? A video where Destiny is talking to one of his orbiters for 7 minutes about saying the N-word.
Let's go! J-Stook! Let's go! One of his orbiters. Okay, let's see.
I've been pulling the N-word ripcord a lot lately. It needs time to recharge. I know. I'm sorry. You've been watching the stream. You watched me do it for so long. It's unironically, and you just try to push back against this.
Yeah, you know J-Stook is absolutely beaming today. You know, this is like the best thing that's happened to this guy all month. You know, this guy is just like absolutely, this is the happiest day of his life, frankly. Hasan's seething over him directly, watching one of his clips and seething over him on stream. He can die happy.
A word that's that popular in culture, like in North American culture, I think it's actually becoming weird to gatekeep it based on race. The soft day.
Yeah, it feels... Right, woke up, checked his phone. Woke up, checked his phone. Sees this shit happening, and he just springs out of bed, clicking his heels, jumping up and clicking his heels down the hallway as he goes to his computer. That was J-Stook this morning.
It's weird and shitty and white and privileged to say it, but I feel like I'm over it. I think most people are over it. I think even most black people are over it. I think it's just kind of like cringe. Like, who the fuck cares? Like they're
so sits down on his yoga ball. He's so happy. He's just like bouncing up and down, doing tricks on it, bouncing up and down, hands on his hip. Hands on his hips. He's bounced up and down on his yoga ball.
A couple years of it being weird, but I feel like we probably are on the precipice of it just being like whatever. I don't know. That's how I feel about it. And like I think logically, like if you're trying to defend it logically, like gatekeeping it by race, it cuts against a whole bunch of other principles we have, right?
Yeah, and it just
they are seriously debating how virtuous it is for white people to say the N-word.
Yeah, it doesn't start to make sense. And like, if you test any of those things, it immediately falls apart.
Okay, and
like
this is why you lost.
The easiest cut against that word is that like, if you use it and you normalize it, and some people are blah blah blah. Any argument that has anything to do with going down that road should mean that black people should never say it in rap music. Like, because that does more to normalize it than literally any white fucking gamer guy on the internet saying it ever. But
they're not debating; they're agreeing. Sorry, you're right.
Yo, thank you for the $10, Quella. Thank you. It's like, I mean, sorry, nobody cares about slurs. Hate to tell you, nobody cares. We're done caring about slurs. NNF back on the table. Not on my YouTube account. Not on my YouTube account. But they are back on the table. Societally, socially.
Like, obviously, nobody's going to concede to that. And then, like, any argument defending that is like, well, it's their word to use for their people. It's like, bro, go to a Kanye fucking concert, okay? 95% of these people are fucking teenage girls. Like, come on, the fuck are you talking about? This is not...
Just a reminder that this community came after me pretty hard and brigaded the LSF subreddit way back when it was actually popping, to get me banned off Twitch for saying cracker.
Yep, but that was because of your position on this. Wait, but that was because you cried about the Trihex stuff. That's because you were being gay about the Trihex. I'm like whispering into his ear, being like, really, you're going to be okay with this as a black man? That's why they came after you for that, right?
Okay. And they successfully did that, for the record. There's an entire Lex Friedman clip on Destiny using the N-word.
Problem? Mad?
Yeah.
There's a whole iDubbbz video on using the N-word.
Like,
so it's his best video of all time.
Yeah.
And that's your boy.
I don't know. It's just like, and getting into the whole like intent thing, like the intent of the speaker thing. Like, it's just a fun word to say. And I've never once like used it to, like, the worst you can do is you could say something like bum.
Dude, Jay Stalk just getting played on Hasan's stream, sitting there talking about how fun the N-word is to say. Oh my God.
Or like,
no way.
Like intent thing, like the intent of the speaker thing. Like, it's just a fun word to say. And I've never once like used it to, like, the worst you can do is you could say something like bum ass or like something along these lines, where it's like you're using it as guy or dude.
Let's go.
Right?
Let's go.
Like, I mean, most people see it, so it's like it doesn't even like, yeah.
Welcome to Trump's America.
Yeah, well,
bitch.
I've never once like tried to load negative like stereotypes or racial like animus into it. It's just that's not what the word's for. So I feel like when I use it, I have no intent there. As opposed to like
has any racist person ever like soft aid a black guy as an insult? Like,
Deeper armor becoming more and more quiet the gayer Hasan looks here.
That's very true. That's very true, Jimberly. I fear Deeper armor is long-housed. I feel like he's protecting the women's idol here. I fear he's a long-housed. He's got a very feminine mindset about this whole thing.
Maybe it just doesn't work. Yeah.
It basically doesn't get. The only example we could come up with was in a video game where the hard R is explicitly filtered. You might have people who use the soft A to like attack somebody, right?
Oh, maybe, sure.
In like text, but that's like that's such an outlandish example to come up with. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know. I guarantee a white person made the soft A rule. What's the soft A rule?
Well, the reality
soft A
is
doesn't mean dude.
There's probably not.
Sorry, there's probably not.
If I had to guess, I wonder where the hard R and the soft A came from, because I'm willing to bet that in the beginning there was only the soft A, because like the soft A and the hard R are just
like, imagine being so unimaginably echo chambered, so incredibly disconnected from the fucking real world that you're just having what you're having this fucking concept. What is this, bro?
Just stroke the fuck out. Okay.
Dave Weigel. Guys, you are still trying to replace Rogan. I told you we can't do it, and we can't do it. Now what we might be able to do is recreate him in the aggregate. I can't tell if he's fucking memeing or not. What the fuck? It has to be, right? He has Nico Cotto.
Yeah, Nico Cotto avocado is on there.
Just a result of like it's just like how people in the South would speak,
is he joking?
Right? So black people would use the A because like people in the South speak that way, right? Like if you say something like, oh, like you're fixing to get a beaten or whatever, right? Like fix it or whatever. That,
sure.
Like in like these words, this is not like a black person. This is like a Southern person thing. But like obviously blacks were slaves in the South, so like they picked up a lot of their speakings. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know when that differentiation.
Well, I think the R was there before because it's like it's like from Latin, right? It's just black.
Well, yeah, but I mean, think of who's calling people the N-word. It's not students of
Sorry,
Latin,
I'm just saying that like the R was there. It was like what they're trying to say. And then, yeah.
No, like I'm sure it was spelled, but I'm just saying in terms of pronunciation, like I'm sure like everybody in the South probably just kind of said it that way, right?
Yeah. I mean, based on the documentary Django Unchained, I can't dispute anything you're saying.
Yeah, I guess I did actually hear people back then talk.
Yeah. No, I mean, I believe you. Like that does make sense.
I mean, I'm just that would be my guess, but yeah.
No.
Yeah, and then in 2024, Chud Logic pioneered the hard A on an episode of Kick or Keep. We had the hard ER, we had the soft A. Chud managed to find the hard A.
People in my chat are saying that that's how it is too. Research stream, soft A research stream. This will be our Israel-Palestine guys.
Bro.
Hell, Destiny was probably Europeans calling them the N-word before Southerners. I think, like, I know that. I think he knows
really?
that.
I thought the N-word came from America. They always say it's our word. Is it not?
Oh, it's definitely not. That's why I'm telling you it came from like Latin. Like definitely the people who were like capturing these people and bringing them over. That would have been transported over.
This is insane. Any person that's not terminally online will find this absolutely disgusting and unacceptable weirdo behavior. I think people who are even terminally online would find this unacceptable.
What are these people talking about? What are they talking about? What do they mean? I've spoken about the N-word with people in real life so many times. What world are you living in? It's just like absolutely like the most... It's like, I'm telling you, it's all just college girls, and then Hasan, who lives in West Hollywood and doesn't talk to anyone outside of his reptile streamer friends. Like, literally just like nothing but a world of skinwalkers, and then college girls. Like, yeah, no shit, guys aren't talking like this to you. They're trying to fuck you. Like, yeah, you don't hear guys talk like this because they're trying to fuck you. Yes, but they do.
Disgusting weirdo behavior. The difference is like, it depends on like what community
no,
you're a part
chatters,
of.
The women that in Hasan's chat.
Someone who frequents all of these different like subreddits, 4chan poll, all this shit. Like for you, it washes past you. You're like at most not really all that interested in what this is. Like I'm sure there's plenty of communities with active large followings that would consider this to be hilarious. I wonder if Richie Torres knows about this. Did you guys know he was fired from 2 separate pro gaming teams for screaming the G slur, the real one against Asians during matches? Yeah, not Gusano, which they tried to turn into like a racialized term or some shit. That was another one of those moments too.
Okay,
that's got to be American. Like we must have.
By definitely, if you've got again, that's about the consistent position on slurs. I feel like really, isn't it? It's about the having a consistent position because that is also a slur.
Started. I'm to Google. Who first person call people? Like, I bet it was like a formal word that appeared in like early Bongar English, but like I feel like it got popular in the United States.
It comes from the word black in Spanish, the original chattel slavery being conducted by Spanish merchants. Isn't that the case? Like I have not I did not dive deeply into the etymology, but I believe it was either I think it was Spanish or the Portuguese, but I think it's Spanish. It's
okay,
just
I don't care. Anyway, etymology is so boring.
What are they saying?
You're allowed to say it, okay?
Formerly.
I'll give everyone the pass.
You are the biggest echo chamber guy I know. It's perfectly normal. It's a conversation. Oh,
I mean, that is just true.
Dude, please. Like, the reason why I'm showing this to a broader audience is to help people that are fucking trapped in this echo chamber to understand that, like, no, this is not like a normal conversation creating a permission structure for saying the N-word as a white guy. Okay? Like, it's not like a normal discussion, brother. That's a very weird discussion. And then this discussion causes you to think it's fucking normal when it's not. And I'm trying to explain this to you, that like, this is not only pathetic, but it is the reason why you probably get more and more alienated from like normal people around you. Is weirdo behavior. Okay. This guy hates white people. Me. Yeah, I know. Everyone always says that. Yeah.
Well, if everyone always says that, I mean, everyone's wrong. Everyone is always wrong. That doesn't seem. Oh, that's quite right, Hasan.
Right, but I guess I also hate white people simultaneously. I have internalized anti-white hatred.
Oh, do you? Can so-ins?
States.
Well, it's not the country. It's like literally. I think so. I think the South, like the uneducated part of the South. Yeah, Gunsmoke, it does. Please explain how the soft A means dude. I just mean like I use it in the same places I would use like guy or.
That is what it means. It means like bro. It means like dude. That's what it means. Usually black, dude, but that is what it means.
Or whatever. Like that's how I use it usually.
I just don't use it. Are you a regular N-word wielder?
Soft A? I'll say the soft A.
He's lying when he says doesn't use it. He tweets it all the fucking time.
That's true. That is true. Hasan's right there. Destiny do be tweeting the N-word. Destiny do be tweeting soft A's. I've heard him say it on stream many times as well. That is true.
He has tweeted as a flex multiple times after, I think it was like around the time where he got me banned for saying cracker, where he was like tweeting the N-word openly on Twitter.
When the opportunity arises.
Gay problem?
Probably enough that it's like getting concerning for my real life.
Like, this is the part I wanted to show you. One of Destiny's orbiters is like after being a part of his community, being an orbiter of him, has gotten so comfortable using the N-word that it's like actually hurting him in the real world. Okay. This part is the most significant part about this. I need you to understand. Okay. I need you to understand that, like, in a lot of these instances.
No, don't do it. No, please. 5126. I will never pay. I will never pay.
Yeah.
I will never pay. It's not happening.
Find yourself in this fucking weird, like, hug box online, and it feels comforting. And you feel like you have found a community of like-minded people. You feel like you have found, what? 7K hate watchers, lol? I don't know what you mean by that. But you find yourself in a community of like-minded people. I get it, okay? You feel alienated. And now you feel like there's a sense of comfort in this community that you have found yourself online. Okay?
Has someone ever considered it's not about comfort, it's actually about them finding it funny? They find it like funny? It's like entertaining, it's like it's carefree, it's edgy. Yeah, they like the reaction it gets. It's not about comfort or people being like-minded, it's about having a similar sense of humor. Nobody wants to watch some boring, metrosexual, stick in the mud, reptile, fucking BuzzFeed astroturfed Nepo baby. Most people don't like, they don't fuck with that. Women fuck with that. Like, no guy fucks with that. It's like why Hasan is just like so useless and limp at the goal that he claims he has. It's like de-radicalizing young men online. You will never do that because you are like worthless and limp and you only appeal to women. Like you can work out as much as you want. That's not really like most guys don't work out. They're like lazy. They're either like fat or like skinny like me. And then there's some guys that kind of work out and then they pretend like they work out more than they do online when really they like miss days every week because they wanted to play video games or, you know, that's like most people. So no one really like feels this crazy kinship to you just because you post videos of you like fucking lifting weights in your garage. No one like really feels like, no one's like, whoa, it sounds so cool. He like lifts weights in his garage, in his WeHo mansion. No guy is really like that. They like when Andrew Tate talks about working out because he's saying the N-word and being mean to women while he does it.
It starts warping what you even personally think is permissible, what you personally think is appropriate. And ultimately, okay, it ends up pushing you further and further and further away. In the real world, people look at you like you're a fucking weirdo. Okay? Yeah. Here it is. Here he is at Willie Mac Show. If you're coming in Hasan, you got to bring the heat at this N-word too. These are my biggest, most rabid fucking haters, by the way.
Whoa. Insane moment of self-reflection. Guys, this is shocking. This has actually just increased my view of this guy by like so much. I've just seen the most insane self-reflection. I deserved the ban, to be honest. But like, I mean, fair enough. What was the ban for? He basically said, if anyone in Florida wants $100,000, then I've got a job for you, implying that he was going to send them to kill Destiny. There's a second part. I'm waiting for the second part. It's not really what you think.
I'm 2 hours behind, but how did everyone mess up a pedo allegation so bad that it makes me feel bad for Cine?
Wait, but this is base 2. Wait, but this is just base 2. The joke, because the joke wasn't funny. I mean, true, yeah, that's facts. You should get banned for death threats when they're not funny. I agree. Thank you for the $5, mate. That's based.
By the way, these are my biggest, most rabid stalkers.
Thank you for the $10, Satius. Thank you.
And they've been doing this for years and years and years, nonstop. And they're fucking up their own personal lives by thinking that this is how, this is normal.
I just don't use it. Are you a regular N-word wielder?
Soft A? I'll say the soft A when the opportunity arises. Probably enough that it's like getting concerning for my real life. I had this happen to me in college, actually, where like I played video games a lot, and I would use the soft A then. And then it happened when I was like in a computer lab one night doing homework at like 3 a.m. I was talking to my buddy, I said something with a soft A, and he was not expecting it, okay? His eyes perked right up. He was like falling asleep, and he was like, holy shit.
That's funny, though.
You basically pulled a turkey Tom? I did. I was a bit of a bridge enjoyer back then.
That's just funny.
You say it weirdly? I don't say it weirdly, Sognick. And you're an admin for Darius. You're a mod for Darius. Don't come in my chat and tell me I say it weirdly. Go talk to your boy.
Yeah.
All right. Are we finished up with our... We're not quite. Let's finish.
We're all trying to figure out why these people are permabanned from...
Yeah, he does say it weird. He does say it weird. That's true.
Yakub would say the hard R without a second thought.
Uh-oh. Look out. That's my jam.
Nuh-uh. We're not doing that.
Hey, I was listening to that.
Nobody wants...
What? Ali Khan, why did you put this in my farm channel? What? That's for content, dude. That's like for stuff to review. I thought this might have some relevant... I thought it was like a funny, kind of relevant meme, but it wasn't. It's just fucking Pregnant Teen Titans Go. Okay. Well, what was this one?
Ew. Your body, my choice. Yeah. How about your jaw, my fist? Oh my. Ew.
So glad Dean Withers is getting slated. Dean Withers needs to be raped over the coals. Fuck Dean Withers. Fuck Dean Withers. Fuck Dean Withers. Fuck Dean Withers. We hate Dean Withers. He will be put in the gimp suit for Project 2025. He will be on a leash. He will be in the cat ears. He will be sold off to JD Vance and put in a dress.
Twitch? Yeah. I wonder how that happened. I wonder why. I wonder how this happened. How could this have happened? How could these guys who are so unimaginably toxic and constantly fucking aligning with neo-Nazis, white supremacists, white nationalists of every fucking variety, regularly going after content creators on every platform, going after journalists, anyone that is in my orbit at all that I have collaborated with, they will actively target and legitimately try to discredit, stalk over and over and over again.
Okay, and your fans never do.
Like, yeah, sure,
Something
he
is not,
debates
okay,
red pill guys and makes a mockery
Hasan's
of them.
fans do the
Those
same
guys are
shit.
fucking idiots, and that's great. But if he just like stuck to that, and if he had like real firm commitments to being an empathetic person, real firm commitments to being a progressive,
that's not really Destiny's brand.
Progressive person, and wasn't just like a rabid internet troll who doesn't give a fuck about anything and only cares about his own narcissistic, clout obsessed, personal motivations. Like
that's the same for both of you. Everyone is fucking clout obsessed. Everyone is self-interested. Yes, you're both fucking e-celebrities. What is this guy talking about? Yes, you were a narcissist too, Hasan. Bro.
His community calls me a fucking clout-driven person.
Yes, you both are.
There's a reason why I do these.
Yes, you're both you're content creators. You're not fucking politicians. You're not doing anything worthwhile. You're content creators. What the fuck?
It's not because I'm friends with a lot of these people and I genuinely like them, but also because, yeah, I have a perspective. I have a position, and I want that position to be seen in the most charitable way possible, okay, by as many people as possible, okay? That's it. So just wanted to do a brief little fucking blast on the past. And this is just not even like, this is not even fucking scratching the surface. Barely scratching the surface, okay? It's so pathetic and so incredibly personal. Like it has nothing to do with politics. Like in a normal circumstance, like if he wasn't such a weird fucking loser with like trying to always present himself as the edgiest person possible, he most likely, him and I most likely would not even have that many disagreements. Like David Pacman.
Didn't they fall out over didn't they fall out because Destiny was defending Kamala Harris and Hasan was going in and calling her cop Marla and all this shit? Isn't that why they fell out? That's not, yeah. How is that about him being edgy? A troll?
Is a perfect example. I disagree with a bunch of David Pacman's opinions, but he has always shown me tremendous respect, and vice versa. I can say that I have disagreements with David Pacman. Okay.
I think the issue is that he doesn't. Hasan's kind of letting it slip here. It's that he got made to look kind of bad and dumb. It's like he doesn't like arguing about stuff. He thinks they should be on the same side, and if they disagree, then they don't go too hard against each other. They just say, "Oh, we've got disagreements," and we because that's like the way he wants it to operate, because that's like safest for him.
And that's fine, because that's normal. If as long as you're like a cordial person, I don't think David Pacman would ever in a fucking million years argue.
Yeah, it's obviously about it's obviously about the fact that Destiny's like willing to basically fight with anyone. I think that's pretty clear. What it's pretty clearly what it's about. It's like if they have disagreements, it has to be just glossed over. You don't go too hard against each other. We're all on the same team. We're all helping each other's careers. That's what he wants, pretty clearly.
For a white person's right to be able to say the N-word. Okay? Like there are certain fucking lines that most people will not cross. Okay? And I say this as someone who understands that like David Pacman and Destiny are friends. Okay? Like I know that. He's shit on the cost of your merch, by the way. Yeah, whatever. It doesn't matter. Who cares? Anyway.
Wow.
So yeah. As
cool.
This kind of like rabid sociopathic right-wing sentiment is going to noticeably increase more so than it has, okay? As Trump is coming back onto the main stage. Remember where a lot of these people's opinions come from when you think about them as allies. And I say this.
Yeah, that's what Democrats need, is a smaller coalition. You need less people who support the Democrats. Very smart,
as someone who is incredibly understanding and as someone who believes that everyone can rehabilitate themselves. Okay? Straight up. Every single person. It is ironically why I thought originally that Destiny was a former libertarian who had said a bunch of racist shit that now was no longer a firm and committed believer in those racist things. I was wrong, okay? And his community has never let me forget that, and has spent the last 5 fucking years actively coming after me, even though I never spoke about him for 5 fucking years, until he also came out as a firm, committed supporter of Israel and its genocide. Anyway, there is no room for any kind of Nazi ideology, fascist ideology, racist, bigoted ideology in the progressive movement. Okay? Ironically, you've just given him content for the next 5 months, haha. Yeah, you think he's going to fucking sit there and play the videos where he's like openly and actively talking about how he platformed Nick Fuentes?
Yes. What? What is this line of thinking? I thought he was friends with this guy for like years. He was friends with this guy for a couple years, no? Sorry, I'm just so confused. I just don't know why did he even say that?
No, he'll just run the same fucking route over and over again. Bought a house, hypocritical socialist, yada yada yada. He was gonna do that anyway. Also, that's the funniest part about it. People being like, wow, you just gave him content for 5 months, bitch. When I never fucking talked about him, he was still making content nonstop. As a matter of fact, the only time I noticed that like his incessant.
Yeah, but the issue is that Hasan held he maintained such a front of like, oh, I'm not actually talking about him. He like would do little mentions, coded mentions here and there, try and never mention. But now you're fighting with him more directly. Like obviously this is you're just gonna make both of your fan bases want to kill each other more. Like there's just more content to be farmed here now.
Smear campaigns slowed down a little bit was when more people organically found out what a fucking buffoon he was. Okay? When he went and debated or thought he had the capacity to debate someone like Norm Finkelstein.
Well, yeah, obviously he's goading. Yeah, I mean, yes, they've been trying to make Hasan reply for like years. Yes, they're goading. Yes, Destiny's goading, his fans goad. But now Hasan's replied. Like, this is what they wanted, no? Is this not what they've been begging for fucking ages? Is for Hasan to directly address them and directly address Destiny? Like, they've been begging for this.
Anyway, regardless. Yesterday, he didn't know Franco, the Spanish dictator, was. Yeah, I mean, he's not very knowledgeable on a lot of the issues that he convincingly and confidently speaks on. It's just that he is rhetorically gifted, okay? And Dunning-Kruger also helps him float, which is ironic because he used to shit on the likes of Jordan Peterson for that same reason. He used to always shit on Jordan Peterson and many of these other like right-wing content creators by being like, these guys don't know what the fuck they're talking about. They just, you know, they just confidently present themselves as intellectuals. Now he's basically become what he once despised.
Okay. This is so lame. This
really, this Dunning-Kruger law got
sucked.
you clipping now. Good luck.
The Silent and Mr. Gold collab would be wild. That would go so hard.
Anyway.
Wow. Wow. Well, that's the end of that.